Hey everybody, welcome to another episode from Holsinger's Fly Shop. I'm Sean Holsinger, and today we're going to stick with our steelhead and salmon theme. This is a steelhead style jig, and this is one that I haven't used yet, to be honest. It's just one that looks fishy. I saw it out there on the internet, looked really cool. I'm having a bunch of them in my box for whenever I get to go up here next month. It's just a simple jig, and it's pink, which the steelhead like, and that's why we're going to tie it. I've seen it, actually the one I saw was tied in orange, and when you finish this fly and you pull the collar out on it, it kind of almost looks like an egg pattern at the front, so it kind of could almost be like an egg sucking leech, or a steak and eggs pattern, I mean. So just give it a try. It's really easy to tie. It's just a jig. Tied on a jig hook, and it's just a simple nymph pattern. So let's get into tying it now. Okay, here you see the fly in the vise. It's not hard at all to tie. Let's get into tying it. You can see there it's tied on a jig hook, so let's get my hook in the vise. I'm using one of our Holsinger's Fly Shop jig hooks. This is a size 10, and I like using a size 10. You can drop down if you'd like. Probably size 12 would be great up there for Erie steelhead and stuff. And for the bead, I'm using a 3.8 nickel slotted bead, tungsten slotted bead. Okay, now for the thread, my thread, I'm using a fluorescent pink 140 Denier UTC thread. So we're just going to trim off our tag. Then I'm using some pink Antron here. You can see the pink Antron. And this is going to be my tail. So just pull off a section of this, an inch or so long. And that's going to be our tail. Now this is a size 10, so I'm going to use the whole piece of Antron. If I was tying like a 12 or a 14, I would take like half of it probably. Now just tie this on here in the middle, and you're going to work it back right to the bend of the hook. Now I'm going to trim up that tail here in a little bit. We're going to come back and trim off to get it to a proportional tail. So I'm going to go up here, and I'm going to lock my bead in place. Usually I do that first, but I forgot there. So I'm just going to lock that bead in place with a ball of thread, as you see there. Now, next thing I'm using, this is some saltwater Flashabou. This is the same thing as Opal Mirage tinsel. So if you have the Opal Mirage tinsel, use that. If not, if you have this hanging around, anything flashy like this will work. That's transparent like this stuff is. So you can see here, it's just like the Opal Mirage tinsel, lots of flash to it. I'm just going to cut a little triangle on the end here. Give me something to tie down to. And I'm going to tie this down at the back. Oops. There we go. Get her tied down in here. And this is going to cover up our pink thread, and it's going to let that pink thread shine through. Okay, so we're just going to twist this up here. And you can see how that pink comes right through there, and it gives it a lot of flash. So it's really cool stuff to work with. Alright, once we get it up to the bead, we're going to tie it off. And then actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay this down on the top of the hook and pull it straight back. I'm going to use this as my wing case here in a little bit. Okay, so you can see now I got about a third of the body wrapped back, and this is what we're going to dub. Okay, so I'm going to use some Prism, some fluorescent pink, some shrimp pink SLF dub. And this is cool stuff. It's really flashy. I really like the SLF Prism stuff if you want something flashy and thin that dubs well. That's another thing I like about SLF. So it's going to take a little bit more than you might normally put on a fly, because I want to brush this out, almost make it like an egg. So I'm just going to twist this on here nice and good. And then you can always take off, so that's no big deal here. Okay, that's about good. There we go. Now I'm just going to wrap up behind my bead. I'm going to pull my wing case up over the top. Okay, just keep it centered. And tie it off. That step you really probably don't have to do. But it doesn't hurt to do. And then I'm going to whip finish this off. Okay, now once I have this whip finished off, then I'm going to come in and I'm going to brush out that dubbing a little bit. Make it like a nice little egg there. You can see I put a lot of extra on here to make it nice and buggy. There you can see I bugged it out nice and good there. And this tail is a little bit long. I want it about the same as the abdomen there. So let's go about right there. And there's a good looking fly. That's going to catch fish. Nice flashy fly. That's the way I like to fish. And it'll get down quick. So check it out and hope you like it. Okay, there you saw. That wasn't hard at all to tie. Very easy. And it looks really cool and look really buggy. So I'm sure it's going to catch some fish. Like I said, this month we're doing salmon and steelhead patterns. We're going to try to bring them to you the rest of the month. And then next month I'm going to get into something that I like to tie, which is streamers. I like to tie streamers a lot. I get bored tying the same thing over and over. If I have an order, a big order or something to do, I'll usually separate it with a streamer in the middle or something like that. So I'm going to bring you some of my streamer patterns that I like to tie and I like to fish. So that'll be next month. Anyhow, guys, thanks for watching. All the material you need to tie it, you can find at our website at holsingersflyshop.com. And if you have any questions or want to reach out to me, you can reach out to me at holsingersflyshop@gmail.com. So thanks for watching, guys. Until next week, I'm Sean Holsinger.